Okay, here we go.
Let's talk about the dream gap. What's that? It's the gap that comes between girls and their full potential. You see, starting at age 5, girls stop believing they can be presidents.
Can it be louder?
Scientists, astronauts, big thinkers, engineers, CEOs, and the list goes on. Why? Because what else are we going to believe when by age 7 we're more likely to think that boys are smarter than us? That's ridiculous. When we are 3 times less likely to be given a science-related toy, that's sad. And when our parents are twice as likely to Google, is my son gifted? Then is my daughter gifted? That's not cool. We need to see brilliant women being brilliant and see how they got to where they are. To imagine ourselves doing what they do. But we can't do it alone. Moms, dads, brothers, and bosses. We need all of you to help. We need to close the dream gap. It's up to all of us.
Okay. All right. So that's why we're here, isn't it? And that's why the men in the audience, congratulations and kudos to you for being here as well. Because we need you, we can't do it without you, but we are going to do it. So I'm going to talk about AI and data science, and a very kind of classic title, the good, the bad, and the ugly, because it's true. So first of all, though, I want to talk a little bit more about my background, and Kami gave a very lovely introduction. So I've been in the construction industry my entire life. It's a very male-dominated industry. I was pretty much always the only woman in the executive level. And so I had to deal with a lot of barriers, a lot of things that got in my way. And being a woman in any kind of male-dominated field, there are barriers that we have to overcome. And certainly AI and data science is still a male-dominated field, but we're going to do something about that. So I also want to tell you I'm a mother and a grandmother, and so when they talked about you're never too old, here I am. So you've heard this a couple of times already today, but it's worth talking about it some more. We are in the middle of the 4th industrial revolution, and it is changing everything, everything. So it's the digital age, it's the AI age, it's the data age. And the issue here is if we don't continue on in it, anyone that is not learning how to use data, how to use AI, is not going to participate in all the benefits that this revolution brings. And to be honest, data science is the background of this entire age that we're in now. Yay. So the other thing I wanted to just kind of refresh everybody in is we all go through all these inflection points, right? Industries go through them, businesses go through them, we as humans go through them. And every time we go through them, there are winners and losers. And so the one right now is the winners will be the people that use data, that think about AI. You may not build AI, but understand how it affects your life, how it affects what you do for a living, how it affects your family. Because otherwise, you're going to drop out of this inflection point that we're in the middle of. Oops. So this is one of my favorite quotes. This is a professor that Dr. Madison and I both had as a professor in our program. And notice what it says. It says that AI is not going to replace humans. It never will. But humans with AI are going to replace humans without AI. And that's why I'm so excited to be here, because data scientists and people interested in data scientists and women of data science, good on you. Congratulations. So the other thing I want to talk about is that AI and data are really society's great equalizers. We started talking about that a little bit in the other speakers. You don't have to live in the United States. You don't have to live in a hugely developed country. It's accessible to many people. It's portable. I think we talked a lot about that. So you can do it from anywhere. And so remember that it is the great equalizer. It's the way for developing countries to become more developed, and we don't want any country or any person to be left behind. And the way to not be left behind is to learn AI and data. And not just learn it yourself, but how it affects you. So this was one of my quotes that has gained a certain popularity over the last few days, that the data itself is the new business language. And think about it. You heard about medicine. You heard about all these different applications. The language that everybody is using now is the language of data. So whether you are a data scientist, learn this language. So I know there were a few comments when Claudia was talking about AI, so I wanted to spend some time talking about what it is, what it isn't, what the bad things are, what the good things are. And my analogy is it's like fire. Okay, so AI is like fire. So fire is incredible, right? It allowed us as humans to evolve. It made our food safer by cooking it. It gave us warmth so that we could live longer. It allowed us the time to innovate. And even today, fire is what drives our cars, unless you have an electric vehicle. It's what heats our fire is tremendously beneficial. However, fire is also one of the most destructive forces on the planet when not managed. And AI is exactly the